Alright, I gotta be completely honest with you guys. I just found out 7DS had a 15 player content, and my first reaction was like, why did nobody tell me about this? Just kidding. Nah, I already knew for a couple days. I just have not really done any videos on it because I've been really just playing a lot of different games, getting everything covered. And man, the information that I've been trying to do recently has been very taxing. So I've been on and off with the raids itself, or at least with the content that we're going to be doing today. So seeing something like this is absolutely insane. The dungeon design is with a bunch of players themselves, and to be honest, it's pretty darn fun for something that is just meant to be a event itself. For the one time that I ended up trying it, or like the couple times I ended up trying it, it's been pretty decent. Though the boss is very weak, and I think that's what it's meant to do so far, but it's things like this that does make me interested in the future. There have been some bugs, and there have been no bugs at times. So inside today's video, guys, we're going to go ahead and talk about it a little bit more, and at least show it on off with some of the gameplay as well, because this is pretty darn cool. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so hopping straight into this, I honestly was like interested with this whole game mode. First of all, I finally like it that they made the area kind of a hub world area, which is pretty darn cool. This is one of the few things that I do like the most about it, and so that's freaking awesome. But apparently in the update itself, it brought this little dungeon or this weird tornado here that has this guy that's down there that you're able to take on with 15 other players. Now, this dude, you guys look at him, he looked kind of fearsome, looked pretty darn cool. I know some people probably saw him out of leaks and stuff, but this is a pretty dang cool looking boss, and it gets me hyped for other stuff that they do have planned as little miniature dungeons and stuff. But I also am getting very excited to see like if they do something like this in the future that's meant to be more difficult, it could be pretty darn fun. For what it's able to do, Kalbash being what it's actually called here, is kind of like a normal dungeon or like a boss challenge, but instead of it being with like your normal like 5 people, 4 people, is with 15 players. Now I was thinking, all right, this is going to be another dungeon that is going to have like a ton of HP and stuff. It's going to be very difficult to do, but seeing it's an event and it's meant to be done pretty easily, seeing we got 2 keys every day, it's actually a lot easier than this. And I honestly thought it would be like, okay, we need coordination, we need all this other stuff, but no, it's not, which I don't really mind all too much. We actually have a decent event exchange shop that's here as well. It has a bunch of different chests, though this chest you can drop, I believe it has a percentage rate of dropping inside of there, and I think that's the only way you're going to be able to get all of the weapons out of it. So hopefully we get lucky today. We're going to do our 2 runs, and we're going to see exactly what happens. Now I am going to be using my dairy. I don't think I really have to use anyone else, and we're going to see if we have a little bit of fun with it. So without further ado, let's get straight into the hunt, and hopefully we can find a match pretty quickly. But what I want to know down below in the comment section is how you guys been feeling about this mode. Do you like it? Do you not like it? So far, based on my playing time on here, it's something fun. It's something small here. But I feel like if we were going to do something like this, we definitely need a lot more like of these type of events, because more players at the end of the day doesn't make the multiplayer more fun, right? But what it does do is allow us to kind of critique it a little bit and tell them, hey, what we can do to make this a little bit better, as well as like having more events like this that can now start to get people feeling like that there's more life into the game, which I do like that, because even though it's really easy, it is still something to do with other players and makes you feel more lively. The problem with this game at times is it doesn't always have that lively feel, so I want something like that to actually happen. But we should go ahead and get straight into it. I know sometimes it glitches and puts us back in Leonis, but then drags us back in here, which is kind of weird, but let's see what happens here. Are we here immediately? Yeah, here we are. So essentially all you guys spawn up here, and everyone's teams are going to be in there as well. I've seen one person with like 140k or something. We got another dude over there with 138, and we got to get up our team, because yeah, these dudes kind of mogging me right now. I don't know how I feel about that, but we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. He pops on up. There are things you can dodge, but to be honest, they're not like the hardest things to dodge, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. And as I say that, I get slapped immediately, but I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can dodge that on here. And what we're gonna do now is we pop off our ult. Let's go ahead and do this. Bop, set up, and at this point you just get easy damage in which I kind of like a dungeon like this, especially with more players. It makes everything feel better, and then you just see everybody doing their thing together. It's not like it's difficult as a raid, but it is still pretty darn cool to do. So I do like their thought process on this one. They didn't make it like absurdly difficult, because only then you would have to coordinate a bunch of people around. And to be honest, I feel like something like that would only be possible with like a very hardcore guild or something. But as you see, he doesn't do anything too weird. He doesn't do anything too like crazy. And I kind of like that. But after we end up finishing our 2 runs, I do want to go over some things that I would love to see inside this game based on this premise here, which is pretty darn awesome. But right now I'm covered by his dang giant body. We're just gonna go ahead and pop our ult. Smack, get the extra smack in, another smack in, and bop, another 4 mil hit. I can't wait till I get the P10 for this character, because P10 for this character changes so much for the amount of damage she can really do. So get the extra little boss in, do this here as well. And did he go away this second I did? Okay, never mind, he came back. So cool, we got some more hits in, and I do believe this is the end of this boss. Like he's gone. He's gone. Let's just punch. Yeah, he was already gone, so I didn't even need to do that. But obviously, pretty little fun, fast dungeon. Nothing too crazy. Just more like a boss fight more than a dungeon, which honestly, I don't mind that. Don't mind it at all. The only thing I don't like, or my biggest concern that I do have, is the drop rate of the chest. Now, granted, it's an event, it's meant to be kind of rare weapons and stuff like that, but hopefully they make the weapons so they're able to be gotten later on too, because then a lot of people are going to be missing those weapons and they can never get them for the codex. So I guess that makes it more better, or at least makes it better for the exclusivity, or at least the codex itself, because then you can get some of the codex done even quicker. But I do hope that they're able to kind of implement this as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the next one, and then we'll go into my concerns, or at least some things that I want to see from them. I'd like to introduce you all to a reoccurring sponsorship of mine that allows me to save a ton of money on 7DS Origin, and that's Lootbar. Lootbar is a top-up website that is trusted, secure, and immensely cheaper than many in-game stores, in which you may have heard of it quite often if you're in the gacha gaming space, and for good reason. Lootbar.gg is my main way of saving money, seeing that you can get up to 20% off on many games in their currency. The way that they do this is by using official top-up channels, unlike unauthorized sellers do, in which I use them quite often. But not only for just 7DS Origin, but my main game P5X, Duet Night Abyss, and that's always been the thing on this channel. I'm a little bit of a cheapskate, so of course, if I can save some money, it obviously has helped me out a lot. They're pretty fast and reliable, and the more you use them, well, the faster it's gonna end up being. All you gotta do is click my link down below, which will give you various deals for in-game items, all on 7DS Origins. Give it a little bit of time, and the item that you purchase will be delivered for you to enjoy. If you'd like to support the channel and consider, of course, staying around, consider checking that Lootbar link down below. It really does help me out and allows me to make good videos like this all the time. But with this out of the way, let's go ahead and check into the video. All right, so these are one of the glitches that does happen, but I wonder if it's going to snatch us, because I do believe we kind of just got dropped off. Sometimes it will just snatch us into the fight itself, but it would seem this time that wasn't the case. So once again, I'll be right back and we'll get to the next fight. All right, so getting into our next one here, this one was having a little bit of an issue. I think we got glitched out twice, but if I'm right, I think we're good now. So let's go ahead and take down the boss with this one. It's gonna be the same team. I love just honestly seeing everybody's teams. You got one person over here using Ice Merlin, You got a couple other people using the Axe Escanor as well, which is always a cool thing. I think like seeing everyone's different versions of what they want to do in their teams is also a cool thing, which is going to lead me to one of my talking points after this this little raid or this event here as well, because there's a bunch of stuff that I feel like if they decided to expand on would be very fun for just the entire community to do. So I do want to see what happens. And my input's lagging? I think so. Hold on. Oh no, I think it is, because my stuff is not coming out right. Like I tapped. Oh yeah, no, it's not. Okay, so this lobby's lagging. I think this is the first lobby that I've had legitimately lag. So that's very scary. I wonder if it's been like that for a lot of people. Probably has. That was actually terrifying. I couldn't press a lot of my things and actually get the swaps off or anything. But besides that point, this leads me now to the next point I want to talk about, which is the future of the co-op play, right? So as many of us do know, co-op play inside this game has been mainly with our dungeons, has been with just the raids, have also been with now the knighthood bosses. And to be real, it's not a bad thing. I actually kind of like that. Though, what I want more is to have some of those bigger related co-op dungeons. They don't got to be 15 mans, they don't got to be anything like that. But I would like to have different squads kind of go together and take on a boss, much like how we had that 15-man thing. Maybe have 3 squads of 5 people. That could work. But as you guys just saw, where we had that weird lag spike as well, the only thing that I find a problem with that is the timing, or at least the connection. If the connection isn't too good, that is where things can be a little bit of a problem for everyone involved. But I would still like to see some content like that that's like a little bit harder, on the harder end, because then what you could have is one team is more of your like, I bust down team. Everybody got to be doing a little bit of damage. They bring one buffer or something like that, or heck, they bring no buffers. Another team is going to be responsible for keeping people absolutely alive. The other team, other than that, is going to be responsible for straight up keeping your buffs up 100% of the time. And that would be pretty darn dope to see inside this game as an option. We have a lot of content that does require players, of course, and does require some teamwork, but I would like to see some gigantic content that's going to be having a lot of teamwork related content like that, which would be freaking awesome. Honestly, the most important and exciting part about this is like just the character variety inside of these type of games, and just the different ways of taking care of the characters and taking care of your teams inside of this type of gameplay, in which if they just made another dungeon that was simply like this, that did require a little bit of strategy, it'd be pretty darn cool. Would it be hard as heck to do? Yes, it would definitely be hard as heck to do. You would need to somehow start getting people up together in the community, start bringing people together in general. But don't make it so hard to the point where people have to absolutely look for carries only as their only way to get out of it. But I do want something that's like this. But this now leads me down to the last part of this video, being, is the game mode actually good? I'll be real with you. It's pretty darn nice. It's pretty good as a small little event that's just meant to go ahead and just get you some small currency and stuff to actually just beat a boss for the easy part. I think it is pretty decent. The idea itself is amazing. I'm much more interested in how they experiment with more cooperative content rather than just like the small easy bosses. I do want to see what they can actually do. The execution of going about it is it's getting there. It's getting to a decent side. But if we can have like something that's like a couple floors that you go up, right? I know this is gonna sound SAO-ish because you guys know my guild name, but kind of how we have Aincrad, right? Where you're going up the floors, sometimes there's a boss floor and you got people waiting there. That would be dope. That would be pretty darn cool to see something similar, or something that wants to act something like that. That would be pretty darn cool. Because just playing the same little easy bosses would definitely get people bored pretty quickly. But if we slowly increase that, it'd be pretty darn cool as well. But that's also hard to implement, so I don't expect it to be the easiest type deal. It's more of an MMO style of play anyways, which this game is not trying to make as its identity fully. So, you know, it has to happen, but still, same time, I think it's pretty darn cool. But what do you guys want to see inside the game? What's going to be happening? Do you have fun inside the 15 player content that's currently out? And if not, let me know why. But till then, everybody, I think I can start feeling a little bit less sad about this game at certain times and feel a little bit happier with some of the content that they're trying to bring. Hopefully they bring us more content in general though. Jeez, crossing my fingers. But till next time, everybody, stay safe, stay sharp. Peace.